Hello everyone, I'm Reiki Master Sharon, and this is a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective. And I highly suggest, whether you are masculine or feminine, that you do pay attention to this reading because we do have a balance of both polarities within us. So, with that being said, we're going to pull today on the new moon in Capricorn, and it being 111 today. So I have picked certain decks for all 7 chakras. So I'm just going to go and see what messages and guidance are coming through for us today. So we're going to start with the crown chakra. So Spirit, what do we need to know in regards to the crown chakra of the Divine Feminine Collective? Unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So there may be a situation in your life where you feel like the energy that you're willing to put in and are putting in is not being reciprocated in the 3D. And it's not to say that it's not being reciprocated on a more spiritual level. It's just right now at this time, Spirit is calling you to recognize this codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So Spirit is really calling you to recognize that you are whole as you are, without anyone else. Because we are all connected to each other and everything. The all is all and is in all, and we are essentially connected to everything. So even if you are feeling a disconnect from another person on a physical level, try to remember that your energetic connection to that person is not being severed unless you decide that you want it to. And in the case of a twin flame, you have to realize that this is also part of your soul being in another incarnation. It's another reincarnation of your soul. So even though it is another physical being, you're always energetically connected. So you can never truly be abandoned by your twin flame, because you can't, I guess you could abandon yourself, but in the essence of things, we're all really connected. So try not to put so much focus on the physical aspect of things, and try to bring your focus and your energy back to yourself during this time so that the equation can be balanced, right? Nobody wants to feel like they love somebody more than somebody else loves them. There's got to be an equal give and take. So what do we have for our third eye, our divine guidance? Archangel Michael, what do we need to know? Explore your options. My prayer: Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love. Help me see, understand, and assess all of my alternate options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. So I feel like Spirit is really calling you to question whether or not what you're asking for is truly in your highest regard, your highest good, what's really healthy for you. Because, like I said, we are all connected and together energetically, but that doesn't mean that we have to allow certain energies to penetrate our 3D existence. Because on this plane, we are learning and growing, and a lot of ego can affect that, right? So if a person is not able to give you what you need, then you have to realize that that is coming from a point of them not learning the lesson that they may have been brought here to learn. There's many lessons. There's many universal laws and truths that we're learning, and learning why they're in place and what is about these laws that makes it for our highest good and the good of all. But when we unknowingly go against that, then we end up running into some karma. There's some big loud noises outside, about 4 of them. So, that's interesting. What do we have for the throat chakra of the feminines? And you do have other options. You don't have to throw all of your energy into this other person. You can throw it into yourself and your goals and your aspirations and things that you want to see manifest in your own life. And just allow things to unfold naturally. So what do we have for the throat chakra of the feminines? And sometimes, especially with a twin flame, sometimes we do have to separate for further growth. Deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. So I think Spirit is calling you to maybe hold your silence, so to speak, in the situation where you're feeling like the love is unrequited. It's kind of like, I want to say, it's like at this point they may not be able to hear what you're saying anyway. When people are wounded, they don't necessarily hear the message clearly. And saying too much is almost like, over watering a plant. They start drowning. They're like, I don't know what to do. Right? So, sometimes we do have to step away from situations and let the wood dry out a little bit so that it can be good for a fire, right? Like, if you cut down a tree, you can't just cut down a tree and burn a branch. That branch has to sit, it has to dry out so that it is able to burn more in the fire. You can't just use wet wood. Sometimes it needs that drying out period. I feel like, whoever this unrequited love is coming from, Spirit is saying you might need to let them dry out and, kind of stew on these things for a little bit. And when they're ready, or if they're ever ready to be the wood for that fire, then it'll happen. So what do we have for the heart chakra of the feminines at this time? Loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. So your heart is loyal, just because you step away from a situation or keep your peace or bring back some of your energy to yourself doesn't necessarily mean that you're being unfaithful to this person or abandoning this person, because energetically you're connected. It's just sometimes you have to give people what they need, and we all have different needs. What you need might not be what somebody else needs. Just like plants. Some plants like a lot of sun, And some plants like a lot of shade. Some plants like a lot of water. And some plants like little water. They're like a cactus, right? But we have to learn what our partner needs so that we're able to give it to them. So what do we have for the solar plexus? Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Yeah, so Spirit's really calling you to step back from the situation, look at the bigger picture, because right now it may be hard to see that with the hurt and the pain that you may be feeling right now. But in the grand scheme of things, this too shall pass is what I'm hearing. It's like, try to step back, look at the bigger picture, and refocus your energy. So what do we have for the sacral chakra of the feminines at this time? What's going on? Judgment, karmic lessons, resurrection, spiritual awakening. So I do feel like there may be some wounds that you may have been having in your sacral chakra. If you've had some issues with like PCOS or your woman organs, these may be something that you're working on healing. This is our sense of creativity. So if you've been feeling blocked, I feel like you're stepping into an awakening of sorts where, I mean, some people even call like the lower chakra awakening, like in polarity they combine the root chakra and the sacral chakra together, and they call it like a kundalini awakening. So this may be something where that energy is starting to move more freely within you. And it's causing kind of a sense of resurrection within your spirit. You're learning some lessons, even maybe things that you thought that you understood, you're learning them on a deeper level. Everything comes in layers or like onions, right? Okay. So what do we have in the root chakra of the feminines? What do we need to know here? Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is that the wheel is turning. If you've been in a period of feeling very down and depressed and confused, it's being switched to a time of abundance, and I think this is happening very fast. I see a rainbow here. I think what it's speaking to me in this sense is, that promise that God will never completely destroy the earth again with a flood. So it's saying that, even though you've had this much pain to endure, to heal, you're not being completely destroyed. You're being reborn. Give me one more card here, please, about this this movement. What is this 8 of Wands movement? Who is it? What is it? Oh, this is something that you don't see coming. You don't necessarily realize that it's there. Six of Shields. feel like you're learning very fast what you can and cannot give your energy to, what you can and cannot give your money, investing your time and your energy, resources. You're learning there's certain things that you just can't give to without depleting yourself. So let's get some message cards and see what we have coming through there. What messages do we need to hear from? Well, let's pull from this person that has been giving unrequited love, unbalanced love, unbalanced energy. What do we need to hear from this person? I'm too afraid to talk. Why are they afraid? I'm terrified. What are they afraid of? What are they terrified of? I see they're in hermit mode. They're ready for something new. They're ready to start as a fool in a new level. And this scares them because that means that there's a lot of change. Make me want to do bad things. So I feel like that's speaking to their passion and attraction towards you. But right now they're afraid to talk. They're terrified to open up. But they realize that they're being pushed into another journey. The one sword, Ace of Swords, Archangel Michael's sword of truth. This is truth that they cannot know, that, you know, they have all these feelings and attraction towards you, but they're terrified to talk about it. They're afraid of judgment or how you're going to, or I don't know, sounding stupid, or let's see, Sagittarius in reverse. So I feel like, you know, their inner free spirit has been kind of suppressed for a long time. You know, they're not really sure how to what I'm getting here is like someone who's, okay, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Avatar, but when the Avatar is learning how to work with the element of fire, he's very scared of learning how to wield it because he doesn't want to hurt the people around him. He realizes that it's a very powerful energy that can cause so much destruction. Which is funny because I've been having Happiness is a Warm Gun in my head today a lot. I listen to it. So I feel like they're afraid to come forward right now. They're, you know, healing from some growing pains, things that you haven't seen. They're overwhelmed and they're coming out of a depression. Okay. Do we have a prayer for this incoming energy? Give me a prayer for this incoming energy. You and your loved ones are safe. Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. This incoming energy, please help me to feel secure, and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthy and happy life. So, same prayer for them. Alright guys, well, I am going to do a collective reading for the masculine collective at this time. If you'd like to watch that video too, I would suggest doing that as well. So, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.